Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves.
Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to today's show. And I just wanted to kind of give folks an update on some of the projects that I'm working on. The reason is, well, we recently had what's called Amazon Prime Day, and I guess I never really paid attention to that until this year when I heard a bunch of advertisements and I thought, Prime Day, what the heck is why, you know, and why in the middle of summer, you know, all that kind of stuff. So today I wanted to show you folks a few of the things that I picked up on Amazon Prime Day and just kind of explain to you what, you know, what I got them for and where you're going to see them on the channel in the future. So let's start out with, I've always wanted to do some Pacific War diorama type stuff, and the problem is most things in the Pacific require palm trees. And those are hard to model, and if you get some like the old Verlinden ones that were photo etched, very expensive. So a good friend of mine, the Toyman Television, Dale Angel, he on his channel was trying to come up with some ferns in about 1/20th scale, and he found on Amazon these things, little coconut trees, little palm trees, and he found these for a fairly decent price. And what he did is he lopped the top off here and painted it up and used these for ferns to go underneath his pine trees on his logging railroad, which was really a cool idea, and it looks beautiful. And so I talked to him, hey, where'd you get these? He said, well, here's how I got them. Okay. So I get on Amazon on Prime Day, and I find I bought a bag. It's supposed to be 20 in here. I think there's more than 20. There's different sizes, and I'll show you that in a minute. And you know, with shipping, it was under 20 bucks. So that I could get the free shipping, I went ahead and got a couple of bags so that I would have plenty. So here's these you know, coconut trees, palm trees, whatever you want to call them. And I did start on some. So here's how they come from the manufacturer. Just kind of, you know, plasticky, cheesy. Hey, this would be great on a birthday cake or something like that. But the first thing I did is I cleaned them up a little bit, some of the excess, you know, flash, and I went ahead and sprayed it with my 2X primer. Then I went ahead and took just a craft paint, you know, this stuff here, and painted the trunk brown, and I airbrushed a green, and it's just a this particular color is called Holiday Green. How about that? And I just took some of this, watered it down a little bit with some alcohol, and airbrushed it on these leaves. It already looks better than this for sure. However, then I took a lighter green, which is apple green. There you go. I mean, it's almost a neon colored green. And I took some of that and I dry brushed the palm fronds. And then I took it was kind of a tannish, fleshish type of color, kind of a buff. And I hit some highlights on some of these lower ones because, you know, usually some of those are dead. I need to do a little more work on it because I'm not real happy with it. But then I took a very light gray and dry brushed the trunk, so you get a little bit of the texture on there. So I still need to finish working on that. I have a very specific thing in mind for some of these palm trees, so that's why I got them. So that's the first thing.
For those of you who remember this scene from a very old movie, I think it was a 1963 movie, it's a mad, mad, mad world. And this is where the treasure was buried, under the big W. It was under the big W. I tell you, the big W. So I decided I was going to recreate this scene, and I'm going to be in a little hammock. I'm going to do this in HO scale. I think it'd be just great for retirement. So I picked up a little pool set and decorated this little foam block and put the big W there. I just have to get myself in the hammock underneath the big W, and this is going to go on a little part of the layout somewhere near the hotel, or I should say the motel that I have on the layout. So I'll figure out somehow to incorporate this in there.
Then, well, if I couldn't find it on Amazon, I went to eBay. If there's a certain thing, like, okay, I'll check Amazon, then I'll check eBay, and check this out. Former President Trump. I wish I'd have had this a year ago when I was doing that Trump train and the golf course and all that. He'll still fit in just fine with some of the projects that I've got. I have some of the other presidents on order. There is a Biden, but he comes out of Malaysia, and it's like a 3-month delivery time, and I'm just not really trustworthy of this company that makes some of these one-off type of things. So I'll wait for somebody like a Priesner to come out with a Biden. But there's also an Obama, and I've got him on order as well. Eventually, I'll get me that Obama train that's out there.
So you know where I'm going to put the President Trump figure? You got it right there, getting some news from the fake news stand. I thought that would be just kind of a fun little thing to do.
Okay, so another thing that I found was some zombies. We all know how much I like Halloween, and I got these zombies. They are by Knock, so I picked them up. I thought they would be kind of fun on my Halloween, stuff that I'm going to be doing. So there's those. I picked up some more of these zombie pirates. They're 148 scale. Or 148, sorry. They're 172 scale, and there's 48 pieces in here. And pretty much what they are is they're the Pirates of the Caribbean. There's Davy Jones, and I think Bootstrap Bill's right here somewhere. Anyway, the dude with the crab on his head, and anyway, there's one here that's a skeleton. So those zombie pirates, I got those. Like I say, they're in 1/72nd, but I have a 1/72nd scale pirate ship, so somehow or other, I think that's going to wind up in this Halloween's collection of fun stuff. So I got that. And then, just because I could, I picked up this Walther Scene Master. It is some tents, a couple of different box tents, and then some, like 4 little pup tents. I thought this could be fun in a bunch of different things, but I plan on putting together a kind of a little wooded area with a little camp and a fire, whatnot, like a scout camp or something. I thought that'd be kind of fun to do for the layout. So you'll see that here eventually before long.
So you probably noticed in the different pieces that I've narrated here in the background is a fast food restaurant. It's a Kentucky Fried Chicken HO scale from Lifelike. And I've had it for quite some time, pretty much all this year, and I have a specific thing I want to do with it. I got it assembled, at least the subcomponents assembled. This is the kit here from Lifelike. I think it was like $25, something like that. It was fairly inexpensive. It's kind of got a counter and whatnot. So I went ahead and finished getting it together. I had painted the subcomponents already, and you can kind of see here's the basic frame of it. This is the interior that it comes with. Now I had to paint the red stripes on it, but the rest of all that is decals, which is really nice. And it's got the serving line stanchions there. I will need to paint the bricks on the four corners of the main restaurant itself, and then you can see there in the back the kitchen area. But this floor, I decided to paint it kind of a tan color, and then I went over it with a future floor wax because, well, I wanted it to look like a waxed floor. So there you go. Now, it wasn't good enough just to have a walk-in. I wanted to be able to sit down, so I took these resin cast seats that I had from the interior of like a Zephyr train that I resin cast some time ago, and I thought those would make great booth seats. And sure enough, I cut a couple of little pieces of plastic, made some little stands, so we have the tables to go with them. And the garbage can actually comes with this kit, which is kind of cool. But there you go. Just kind of a cute little seating area. Thought that would be very appropriate. I didn't put anybody in there serving, so oh well. But I will light it. So the third Wednesday of every July is National Hot Dog Day. And of course I celebrated by making some of my favorite Polish sausages. And I thought, I don't really need a KFC, but I want something creative and fun on this layout. So let's see, I like Dachshunds, I like Weenie Dogs. Yeah, I'm going to come up with my own decals, and we're going to call this place Wiener Queen. You know, kind of a ripoff of Dairy Queen and, you know, their Wiener Schnitzel. But there you go. So I went ahead and put those on the building. So the two dogs, the two weenie dogs, I made out of Milliput. Just mixed the two parts together, rolled it out, cut the segments that I needed for legs, for tail, flattened some of it out, made the ears, the floppy ears. I painted the roof by hand, the red stripes. You can see we've kind of crack sealed the parking lot. So it happens when you work in facilities for years. I will be adding a drive-through to this. So anyway, I hope you folks have enjoyed the update, and you will see this on the layout real soon.